Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's FDash here with FDash TV, and today we got a first look. We're going to be taking a first look at Fantasy War Tactics. So just by that name alone, you could probably tell what type of game this is. So the fantasy part, obviously look at these characters. We got orcs, wizards, knights, and valkyries here. War, I'm guessing because there's a war. And then tactics. So this is a tactics-like game in a sense where you have a battlefield and you can move your characters around the battlefield strategically, hopefully, and take out the enemy combatants. This is your home screen right here. As you can see, it's kind of full, as most free-to-play games are. I'm level 6. I've been playing for a few hours here. The cash grab is not there yet, and I think that's actually really cool. So far they haven't been trying to get me to buy stuff. In fact, they haven't even told me that the shop is available. As you can see down here, it is available, but they haven't been pushing me towards it. Again, I am only level 6. I'm on level quest 11. You can see here, so maybe that comes later. But first impression, I really like it in terms of it not trying to shove purchases down my throat. That's really great. Oh, and you saw there, I just got an expedition came back. So, again, home screen here. We have our new user event here. You got your reward logins. New user special product. You can get free equipment capsules 3 times a day. I've already used mine, as you can see here. You can also pay crystals for them. It's generally not the greatest use of crystals from my previous knowledge of video games. Then they give you these starter packs and level up packs, which do cost real money, but that is an option if you want to take it. We also have, so they had this event going on. There's only 1 day left. It's I'm not really sure what type of event. The little character up there says you can buy this product with meso. It can be purchased every day during the event. I have 58 little mesos here, so there's only a few days left, so I will probably start buying some of this. But this was the event. I'm guessing they have events pretty regularly. Oh, it's a Maple Story event. How about that? So, I don't know anything about Maple Story other than the name Maple Story. But this is something here. So I can buy some gold if I needed it. I'm not sure I need gold. Advancement here. So this is where your daily achievements are. Daily and otherwise. So I can claim this one here. You have dungeon ones, battle ones, hero ones, enhancement ones, and some special ones. Here where it says move, they'll actually take you to where you can go and complete that, so that's pretty cool. Materials. These are little buggers here, so like this one, this is the EXP Chocho. An automatic machine found in ancient ruins once in a while. Since it provides an incredible amount of EXP when synthesized, it should be handled with great care. So as you get new characters for your team, they do start at level 1, so you can use these bad boys here to quickly level them up higher. This is a new one. I haven't seen this one, a Sword Puppet. This is one of the mechanical dolls used by the World Reformation Council. It seems to have been made with ancient technology. Durable and attack are weaker than other mechanical dolls, but it seems to lend itself better to mass production. I'm not quite sure what that is. It does have 20 EXP, but not sure. But okay, so that name right there, World Reformation Council. In terms of story, the World Reformation Council is your bad guy. Interestingly enough, the person, let's go back to the main screen here. You see this person right there in the middle with the giant eyeball scythe or whatever. That's your lord, as it's called in this game. He's actually a straight up villain. So your person that you're following on your journey is a villain. His whole purpose is to rule the world. So he wakes up this girl over here on the left. Her name is Chris. She's an ancient, which, you know, is just one of those old beings from a time before. He wakes her up specifically for the purpose to help him take over the world. You run into a few other characters here. The one right in front of him, the old guy, super buff old guy, he is the wizard's master. And he's on this journey because he wants to stop the wizard from taking over the world. The wizard, upon finding out that the World Reformation Council has already taken over the world, decides to band together with the rest of these guys to stop them so that he then can take over the world the second time. So it's the story, as you can expect from this type of game, is completely nonsensical. It's pretty funny at times, but I mean, for the most part, I'm kind of skipping it just because they do tend to talk a lot, and you can rewatch the story and other and actually in contents here. You can go back to your story and replay some of the scenes. So not terribly useful. Useful tips. I actually haven't gone in here, but this is probably really useful. Tells you how to get a new hero. What do I do with mana stones, stats? As you could expect from your heroes, there's a lot to do inside of them. So this is Chris right here. This is her basic information. They've got soul gears and costumes. I currently don't have any. I don't even summon. Not enough. Yeah, so I can't even summon that. I have no souls. You go into her skills. So each skill unlocks at a different time. You can enhance these said skills. Check out her equipment. So your equipment goes by star rating. So the more stars you have, obviously the better your equipment. But you have to be that corresponding star in order to use it. You got potentials in this game. You can level up your potential. Like for example, she has 100 plus 170 crit rate. You can modify that to change it to something else, or just continue to level that one up. This is where you do that EXP synthesis, where you go ahead and select a monster for some XP. And then rebirth. So in this game, you level all the way up, and then you have to be reborn. So right here, she's currently level 15. So once I get to level 30, I have to rebirth her, so to speak, and she becomes level 1, 2 star, and just keeps going on and so forth like that. We have, so here's the Lord, pretty much the same thing with the Lord, a slightly smaller screen that he has, but you can increase his battle masteries and support masteries. You have your equipment. I'm still kind of learning the equipment here, just because you get a bunch of it. I'm not 100% sure what to do with a lot of it. You see how I have a lot of doubles and stuff. What I want to do is like combine them into stronger weapons, but I'm not 100% sure that's what you do. So I'm still learning that. And of course, you got your shop, and your shop really is. Oh look, I get a random present. I still don't have 200 though. You can buy a bunch of different things. I only have 5 gears, so I can't do those. Those are ancient coins. I can buy different costumes. Apparently, the Lord has a new costume. These cost crystals, which are your premium currency here. So you can buy crystals with real money. You can buy gold with crystals. You can change your nickname, and then here's some other things. So what I found so far is that gold's pretty plentiful. So you can see I have 428 gold, and I haven't even tried to get it. So I'm guessing later on it becomes more useful or less plentiful, I guess. So we have a lab as well. So you get free energy, I believe a few times a day. Yeah, so you get energy between 1,200 and 1,500, and then 1,800 and 2,100. You get 100 energies a day, which is kind of nice of them. Then you get gold every, I think it was like 5 or 6 hours. You get some gold there. You also get mana stones every few hours as well. And then this last one, I think I can use it again. Yeah, so you can get some genes here. I don't have any blue ones, but you can analyze this gene selector for a particular character. So say I want to do Alfred, because I haven't done Alfred yet. And now I've obtained his gene fragment. So with these, and you see that's got an hour cooldown. So with this, I can go back to my hero, go to Alfred, go to skills, excuse me. Go to skills, and then from here I can actually enhance his skills. I've got 6 of them. Go ahead and enhance it a few times. So these little gene fragments are per character. So they're not transferable to other characters. I'll do that. I got one left. All right. We got the expeditions. This is something I just unlocked, actually. So you can send off your heroes. Look at that, gain some levels. You can send off your heroes to go, do an expedition, kind of where they just go by themselves, and then they come back with cool items. So here we're gonna go. The only place I can go to is Verna. Send my hero. Doesn't really matter who I send at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and send Ian. Ian's a cat, giant cat person. You can select mercenaries from your friend list. I don't have any friends right now. Be my friend, please. But if you have friends, you can send them as mercenaries. Go ahead and depart. And it's going to be 30 minutes. You can complete this immediately if you do pay 30 crystals. I think it's 1 crystal per minute, so like maybe at 25, it's only 25. That's my thought, anyway. You can by region, by mercenary. Oh, this is my mercenary, so people who are my friend will see this character. You can change it, of course. I'm going to make mine Alfred just because. And then expedition level. Level up to level 2. How do you do that? You got to use crystals. Definitely not doing that. Alright. So that's that. Oop, got another achievement. Sweet. Ooh, I got 200. Now I can go to the store and get my random present. Times 10. I don't have that many. So this is a little, every time I see him I think Capo. But he's like a cat thing. And he gives you presents. It's like little Pokeballs. So he got me a bow and arrow. Which I guess is nice. I don't know. Just adds to my collection of bow and arrows, to be honest. Whatever. Okay, so let's go into battles. You can see what the battle looks like. I think it's pretty fun. If you like tactical RPGs, then this is definitely going to be your wheelhouse here. So this person tells you all the quests. So I'm going to go now to conquer the rest of Verna, and I get 100 crystals if I do this. So this is the screen for the level you're about to do. So I'm going to do Verna 12, Center of Canyon. These are my rewards. You can once you complete the level the first time, it unlocks hard, and then completing again unlocks hell. So like super hard. I have not unlocked my 5th slot yet. I will do so after actually I complete this level. So I can only take 4 characters in. We got a gauge here that tells you how difficult it is. And then all the way over here on the left-hand side, it tells you what your rewards are for clearing, as well as what your goal is. So in this one, I have to eliminate all the enemies in 15 turns. Here in the early going, it's not really that difficult. So here's the mercenaries from your friend list. Again, since I don't have any friends, they just give me random other characters. So I'm going to just select the first one and enter my dungeon. Chris is a girl. Just in case you didn't realize that. That is a boss. So here's Aaron, the dragon. What should we do? Play dead? It's dragonian, not a bear. Why are you so calm, Chris? Because I've spent so much time on the battlefield. Of course, it was all during ancient times. Quit chattering, you two. What should we do now that we finally met a dragon? Fight? I'm not part of the World Reformation Council, and I definitely don't want to fight a benign dragon. He got fire. How dare you invade the Valley of Dragons, foolish humans. You will all pay for the price of your ignorance. I want him on my team now. I don't think there's any way we can avoid this fight. Alright. Entrance of the boss. Alright, woo! Alright, destroy all enemies in 15 turns. You always go first. Here's what one drawback of this game. In other tactical RPGs, you can kind of, if I didn't want to go with her first, because I wanted to set up some strategic battlefield or whatever, I could switch then to another character and go with them first. In this game, you have to go in order, which kind of sometimes leaves the slower characters without anything to do. That part does suck. But okay, so as you saw here, here's the battlefield. You can see there's some water spots in some places, and then some places are just look like cement, and some have little grass. Depending on your character, like for example her, if I hold her down, over here on the left hand side you see she has advantageous terrain. So very, very similar to Final Fantasy Tactics. Depending on where you're standing, whether it be higher or lower, or in the front or in the back of characters, you will either do more damage or less damage. And this game does also employ a rock, paper, scissors aspect to its battlefield. So you can see like her icon is a hand, and you see this little dragon here in the middle here. He's also got an icon that's a hand, but it's red. So my characters are blue over here. There's a red. I guess just to donate the enemy time. Let me see if I can bring up that rock, paper, scissors. Well, here's the strategy. So you got advantageous strategy. You get 30% damage. Terrain strategy plus 20% damage. Direction strategy, and an attack within the range of a first skill by an ally to cooperate. So there are times where you can get all 4 of these and you grow really big and you do massive damage. It's pretty sweet. I cannot seem to bring up that menu. But yeah, and there's some places where you can't stand. Like you see her, she can't walk on water, but there are some characters that can. Later on, there will be some lava, and some characters are actually better in the lava. So let's see. I can't do much here. And again, she can walk pretty far. My only beef with going directly... Okay, well, I have no choice. So I'm going to go ahead and try to take this advantageous area here. You see, above me, I got that little diamond that says... Let me see if I can click it or anything. No, it doesn't say I can click it. Maybe here. Oops, let me click here. No, so you kind of have to just know what that means. Essentially, I have the advantage against these 2 fools. I'm going to try to do my second attack here. So this second attack says shield break. Smite enemies with the shield, inflicting damage at 132% attack and decreasing their defense by 1620 for 1 turn. Additionally, creates a 40% chance of stunning the enemies for 1 turn. So here, the cool thing about this is that you can hit both of them. And you see I have those advantages that pop up above the skill. Cool, so I took both of them out, and they were both stunned if they were not going to be taken out. Alright, so at this point, again, I really can only go one place. Do I want to take him all the way up? Let's see what he can do here. Can't do anything there. Alright, guess I'm going to attack this dragon here. Yes, attack him. Can I not attack him? There we go. He's weakened. Alright, this character, this is your buff-ass wizard friend here. He doesn't really fight with his staff. Like, he doesn't do magic attacks. He's more like a... he's probably a tank, to be honest. Can he do anything? So you can attack him... From here, can't do anything. Alright. Oh, I can attack them from over here, though. Alright, let's do this. So this attack is interesting. Use a magic energy bomb to inflict 114.8% damage and temporarily charm the enemy for 1 turn with a 14% chance. So it's not a very high chance, but, you know, it's potential. I think he was charmed, actually. So you see, this character, this orc, can actually walk on water. You see, that's actually pretty cool. From here, unfortunately, I can't attack anyone, though. So let's go back to move. Yeah, see, and that's the problem, is like this character doesn't... He walks the least amount. Like, he doesn't have as many tiles to go through. And so... So he's usually left behind in terms of dealing damage and all that. So when you take all this into consideration, you see there's a little yellow bar above the skills over here that's going to fill up. When it is filled up, you can do Hellfire. Hellfire is your Lord's ability. And I assume there's going to be more later on. But as you attack strategically and, up on the right planes and gain advantage and all that, that fills up. The more strategy you do, the faster it fills up and the more you would potentially be able to use Hellfire. So that's pretty cool. Again, this character's not going to be able to do anything. I'm just going to go ahead and end my turn here. So now the enemy goes. Ooh, hit us both. That's interesting. He hit his own character. Not sure the point of that one. Alright, now it's my turn. So from here, I can't hit him from there, but I can from here. I still have the advantage, so I should do pretty good damage yet. So with her, you definitely always want to be somewhere advantageous. His is that okay? So this is actually the character. Kai is a character that benefits from being inside of lava. So right now, he's in terms of advantage, he's not really going to have it, just because there's no lava here. But attacking from the back is always a good strategy, I think. He does pretty damn good damage too, and I just unlocked him. So then we got the wizard here. What is the wizard's advantage? Oh, just like her, so also grass. Ooh, multiple enemies. I like attacking multiple enemies. Oh, you see, that's the other thing this game has. If you're in the vicinity of your teammate, you can do combos. So that's something that other games like Tactics don't have, where you can do combos. So obviously, if you have all your characters together, you have a greater chance of doing a bunch of combos, which do absurd damage, and it's definitely a great way to defeat strong enemies. But not only that, do Hellfire. So you can see I have my Hellfire ability open. So I'm going to go ahead and do it now. So your Lord comes out and just drops Hellfire on everybody. Not super strong, as you can see. But as you make it stronger, it will be stronger. So let's see what he can do. Damn, this guy has like one of the tiniest attack circles I've ever seen. Squares. Go ahead and just take this guy out. It's pretty strong though. Alright, enemy turn. Ooh. Oh, he's still alive? I thought he died. I got a DLT on me. So you see up here, there's a potion. So you can actually walk over there and grab a potion. She doesn't need it, but the orc does. But it's kind of cool that they have that. It's just random on the battlefield. The enemies can also do it too, so that's definitely something to watch out for. Again, there's nowhere she can go, which really sucks, but she's going to have to stay there. Him, see if he can do an attack. Alright, at least I can get one of them. We're going to do a combo here. That's the combo. He should be done. This guy's SOL way back here. And then well, what's his advantage? His is water. Water. Oh, yeah, so I'm going to attack this guy from the water. And this inflicts damage, 119% of attack, and decreases defense of enemies with HP lower than 50% by 15 for 2 turns. Nice. Enemy turn. Woo. It's a big dragon. I got counterattack. Love it. Now, I need advantage for her, because advantage is awesome. Let's fight together. So you see there, her and Kai are going to do a combo attack. Fuakata. Very nice. And now he and her are going to do a combo attack. This boss actually has a ton of health, I'll tell you what. Can he do anything? Yes, he can. And he's, ooh, so we got triple teaming. That's awesome. And then from the water, can I do anything? No. But I can from here. Look at the combos. And he's down. So that's essentially the battle. So you can see it takes some strategy. I like it so far, the battle system. So what I did is I went to the game store and I looked up the word fantasy, but not fantasy as in FAN, but more PHAN. I was really looking for something like PSO, Fantasy Star Online. But I saw this one, and I really like the art. The little characters are, they look really, really cool. The battlefields are nice and colorful. So I like that. It's really nice to free to play, at least right now. So that's definitely something good. As you saw, there's always something to do in between fights. You can sell off your equipment for gold, upgrade your skills. So it's pretty nice that there's almost always something to do. Most likely it will get grindy at some point. I mean, these all do. I'm sure there's be like 1,000 characters where you just have to grind them up. But so far, I really like it. Let's see what the dragon has to say. I can't believe it. Defeated by a bunch of little humans. This can't be happening. Here's the Lord. I'm not a lonely human, foolish dragon. You will be punished for underestimating me. This shame would never have come about if my brethren were still alive. Speaking of them, where are your brethren? You're the only one of your kind we've seen. When I was here before, there were many of them. Is that because the World Reformation Council? The World Reformation Council? If you're talking about those nosy ones who were around here lately, they had nothing to do with it. He looks like a Digimon. My brethren were transformed into black sand. What do you mean? Explain in detail. Why should I explain? No. Don't look at me like that. I'll talk. For a long time now, adult dragons have been turning into sand one by one. We don't know the exact cause either. What's certain is that the life force we have is disappearing. So we tried to use the ancient magic sigil to stabilize our mana. But ancient magic is too complicated and we kept failing. That's when you came. Mana stabilization through the ancient magic sigil to stop life force from disappearing. Interesting. Remember, Lord is a villain. What are you thinking? I'm thinking that I could stabilize the mana. Let's go to the ancient magic sigil. This is pretty much how every level goes. You get a nice little story afterwards. Oh, look, my notice. Oh, so I got my my 5th slot there, so I can now equip Ian onto my team. Unless I get the dragon. I do want that dragon. Yes, I would like to send a request to be friends, because no one wants to be my friend. Alright, so that is the first look at Fantasy War Tactics. You can see there's a lot to do here. Let me know what you think in the comments of this game. If it's something you'd like to play, maybe you can be my friend. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time on FWT.